Hello students, welcome to Light, Shadows and Reflections lesson. This is your 11th lesson and it is a physics lesson given in Classic CBSE. So before discussing this lesson, I just wanted to tell you what are the learning objectives of this lesson or what are the things you are going to study in this lesson. What is light and its characteristics? And which objects can be termed as sources of light? How to differentiate between opaque, translucent and transparent objects? How are shadows formed? How is an image formed by a plane mirror? Working principle of pinhole camera? And what is reflection of light? All these things will be covering in this chapter in two parts. The first slide is talking about what is light. You all know the importance of light. Without light, you're not able to see any objects. So what made the things visible? That is light. Without light, the objects are dark. You're not able to detect or visible with the help of your eyes. So when light falls on any object, it gets reflected or bounced in different direction. And when this reflected light is reaching your eyes, you're able to see the things. That is the phenomena or the principle behind how you're able to see the objects. Let us move into the sources of light. There are different sources of light which can produce light. So here the sources means which gives out light. That is sources which gives out light. So the various sources of light here we can characterize this as natural and artificial or man-made. So natural. So natural means naturally it is able to produce light. So among these given examples, what are the things coming under natural? Sun, star and firefly. Sun, star and firefly are able to produce its own light. So sun, you know the mechanism behind the production of light inside the sun. The gases are present inside the sun. Like here first hydrogen gas which is present inside the sun. And these hydrogen atoms are fusing together. Fusing means joining together and it is resulting in the formation of helium, He. So these symbols and all you'll be studying only in higher classes. This is just for your information. Hydrogen gases are fusing together and forming helium. This reaction is releasing a lot of energy in the form of heat and light which reaches us, giving you light and giving you warmth. Okay. So what about firefly? The firefly, it has a type of specific enzyme. It is named as luciferase. This enzyme is able to give the light. So this phenomena or the process by which this is producing light is called as, because it is biological mechanism, it is called as bioluminescence. Okay, so we have sun, star, firefly are the examples coming under natural. The remaining everything are coming under artificial sources of light. Here, the same thing is given in detail. The definition, what is natural sources of light? Which occur in nature and producing light. And even shooting stars also examples are given under natural. Man-made means which is created artificially. So the man is creating some mechanism inside these objects to produce its light. It is not by natural mechanism. So that is man-made sources of light. Electric bulb, tube light, kerosene oil lamp, candle, torch, etc. Next is luminous sources of light. So luminous means which produces light. It's of its own. Can be natural. Can be natural source, can be artificial or man-made source. So these are luminous objects. So both natural and artificial objects are coming under luminous objects. So with the help of luminous object only, you are able to see a non-luminous object which does not give out its own light. Like table, chair, book, plant, Many examples are given here. So these are non-luminous sources which does not produce any of its light. So with the help of any of the source of light like luminous object, it has to depend on, non-luminous object has to depend on a luminous object for its visibility. For its visibility. So the non-luminous source depends on luminous object for its visibility. So because luminous object is producing light, this light has to reach on non-luminous object, then only you are able to see. Once it is touching on this non-luminous object, the light is reflecting or bouncing back to your eyes. That's the reason you're able to see that object. Here one diagram I drew. Let me make it more clear. So here sun is the luminous source. That is natural luminous source. It's producing light. You can see the direction of the light traveling. One arrow mark is given. It gives in different direction. Don't think only one direction, many direction. Here it is reaching to this one plant is here, one flower I drew. Once it is reaching and touches on this flower, as the flower cannot transmit all the light, it is reflecting in different directions. It is also reflecting in different direction. The direction to your eyes is showed here. Once it is reaching to your eyes, then you are able to see the flower. So the reflected light has to reach to your eyes for its visibility. This process is called as reflection. So the bouncing back of light is called as reflection. And next is the differentiating the three types of object: transparent, translucent, and opaque. Transparent means which allows all the light to pass through. I'll draw one diagram, then it will be more clear. So this just imagine this is the object. The light is passing through. If you're passing 100% light, all the 100% of light is passing through the object called as transparent object. So the transmission rate is 100%. What is the reflection rate? 0%. Reason? It is not reflecting any light. Everything is passing through. So it is called as transparent object. Examples are glass, polythene, air, water, groundnut oil, etc. So all these are examples for transparent objects. The next is translucent object. It is partially reflecting, partially transmitting. That is in between transparent and opaque objects. So if you are drawing one object here, the transmission here, for example, it's not exactly the percentage I'm writing here. If suppose 50% is transmitting, 50% is reflecting. So transmission rate is partially and reflecting rate is partially. This is called as translucent objects. Examples are frosted glass, butter paper or tracing paper, tissue paper, white cotton. All these are examples. The last one is opaque objects. The objects which do not allow any light to pass through. What is the meaning of that? If this is the object, 100% of light is here, reaching here. Everything is getting reflected. Everything. Not allowing any light to pass through. So transmission rate is 0%. Just opposite of transparent. Here reflection rate is 100%. Like this, you can compare the different types of transparent object, translucent object, and opaque objects. Examples are given here: cardboard, book, wood, metal sheet, brick wall, stone, etc. Okay, so all these are examples for opaque objects. Okay, here if you're observing moon, what kind of object it is? Is it an opaque object or transparent object? Is it a luminous source? Moon is not a luminous source because it is absorbing or getting the light from the sun, and that light is reflecting to your eyes. You are thinking it is producing its own light. No, it is not producing any light. It is catching the light from the sun, and that daylight, it is during the night time you are able to get that light from the moon, so that you're thinking the moon is giving you light. Okay, so these are the different things we are going to see. Next, the same thing through an activity. You can take your first page in your textbook of this lesson. figure 11.1, one person is observing one sheet. He's holding one sheet and observing through that. So if this is the sheet, if this is a transparent, is able to see the next side because light is passing through. If it is a translucent, what happens? Only partial transmission. So it is looking like not completely. He is able to observe the next side. Okay. So the paper depends on what kind of material is used. It can be transparent or translucent. That activity is given here. And if you're looking to the next page, table 11.1, you can give, I'll give the answers. You can mark there the pencil, rubber ball, then the sheet of writing paper. So two columns are given. If this is a table, here you can see the first column, second column, third column. Second column, how are you able to see that fully or partially? Not at all. Okay, so here pencil and rubber ball you can write not at all because these are opaque. Then the next one is the same thing, opaque you can write because visibility, everything is reflecting back, not anything is transmitting through. The last one is sheet of writing paper. Why it is written not very sure? Depends on the material of its make. Depends on that, can be partially or can be it is fully. So here better you write partially. Then you can write the third column as translucent. So by this, I'm finishing part 1. Then we'll be discussing only what are shadows, what about the reflection by a plane mirror and the working of pinhole camera, all these 3 in part 2. Thank you.